Putlungis, welcome to maybe Mandidi, welcome back because you've been coming.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Driving Conversation. Njani namhlanje?
Mandibulele kuqala for the opportunity, and I'm glad to be here again. This is another opportunity to share knowledge and to share insights on e-progress. I think our last conversation was sometime in January, where we were just trying to adjust abantu, and it's so good that we get to end the year with another conversation. So namhlanje I'm good, man. I don't want to lie. I'm good namhlanje. I woke up very early. And I decided, let me just go and take a walk next to the beach at Besse Point. Just to cool off, because a lot of things like happen up evekini, and not necessarily bad things, just the working and having to look after abantwana and stuff like that. Just to take that time off, and that is a form of self-care. That is what I did today, and I can feel at ease, definitely feel at ease namhlanje. It's just to reflect on things that have transpired kulonyaka and stuff like that. Kwicala lakho kunjani, bro?
I'm doing good. I don't wanna lie. Like andizuba lengthy as well, because unyanisile man, we last spoke in Jan, yabo. And besitana kakhulu about the New Year's resolutions. Then ngoku sekupheleni konyaka.
Yes.
I think singa-reflecta onto like this project leyakho that you're working on, of which SK Online, and then also touch into izinto ozenzayo on the personal capacity outside of the NGO.
Okay.
But before singene nje apho, so ngobe si plan, let's sit down. You said izinto is interesting ozenzayo ngoku, yabo, that I'm sure abantu would find them useful, yabo. And you touched on AI, yabo. AI, I'm sure abantu abaninzi bayayazi, yabo, because iyathethwa ngayo, yabo, from i-tech, yabo. Then ke ngoku wena ukweso space ngoku, yabo, you're trying to drive the AI kakhulu with a lot of i-webinars ozisebenzisayo, yabo. But just nje in a nutshell, yabo, can you explain to maybe umuntu ongayaziyo uba what is AI?
So AI, I'm going to first read the textbook definition, and then I'm going to try to bring it close to home. AI, according to AI, I had to use AI to get the definition. I'm using a model called Claude. So AI is short for artificial intelligence. It's a technology that enables computers and machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. So basically, AI it's a machine, or it's a technology that I'll make an example. There are self-driving cars. That is an activity or something that typically required a human being back then. But now cars can now drive autonomously, even though it's still a trial and error process. We've seen cars doing very well, and it's a matter of them learning and making important decisions on the road while they are driving. And in other countries, these self-driving cars have been adopted to become cabs. People can just get onto a self-driving car, drive from point A to point B. I'll mention a few companies that I invested in, like or Tesla, which is owned by Elon Musk, who was born in South Africa. Even though ndingamaziyo identify as Ndoni ngoku because he's busy attacking South Africa, but he's one of the leaders, Glendo AI. He's one of the founders, the ChatGPT. which is OpenAI, which is under OpenAI.
Yeah.
And now he has his own AI apart from the self-driving cars, which is Grok as well. Then AI, if we can go back to 3210, 3210 had this feature called predictive text. So this predictive text, when you were texting someone and it was on predictive text, if you pressed a few buttons, let's say you press TH, it would give you a hint that, or it would give you a lead.
Yeah.
So those were some of the predecessors, the AI, like Ezinyizinto that were connecting to AI, and just the web in general, because the web first when we had websites initially, they were just static websites, and then they became dynamic. We could enter data, not just read them as brochures. So that means the evolution now would be the smarter internet, which is what we are currently receiving now. We can get answers in real time with AI. We can use AI to even type CVs, to find jobs, and a lot of things. But in a nutshell, AI, it has been there, but now it has become even smarter with the availability of technology and with the evolution of the technology. It's just the internet that was fed through the internet, but now it has been used and it has been sharpened to make as machines much more smarter. Now they can make decisions that we would normally make. Not that AI is smarter than the human being. We need to get that out of the way, because AI, in as much as is doing so much better in some aspects, there are things that AI cannot do, like that we are capable of, human beings. Like I'm talking about the compassion.
Yeah.
We still have an advantage, like personalization, the way you are, like personality yako. AI cannot duplicate your personality.
Yeah.
You understand? And it cannot even predict your thoughts and stuff like that. So we still have an advantage to AI. But when it comes to knowledge, the way it is designed to take knowledge and to make quicker decisions. It saves time, or almost as a calculator that you've mentioned. The calculator, if before a calculation, you had to spend time making long calculations, but the introduction of calculators saved time. It means that you can spend a lot less time now doing calculus because of a calculator. So AI is basically that technology that has become smarter, and it can break down information and bring results within a very short space of time. If we can think about AI that way, I think the relationship will be much better.
Yep. Like that, in simple terms, one nigga, it's but you about manke ndikhulule yabo uyithethe yonke uyithethe
usimple wam is not so simple, I guess.
But at least you touched on izinto ezininzi, of which you've answered some of the questions ebendiziliste up.
Yeah.
But I think since ngendlela oyithethe ngayo ne ize nje straight yabo, like ize as some sort of a paragraph nje ende wayifaka yabo.
Okay.
So ngoku sakwenza nje back and forth on a question kunye ne short answer nje kawe, so yabo, so that at least umuntu azokwazi uthaya the question to ne answer yabo. Yeah. But man, we're back ngobe sibona le episode le yabo, so it is about the AI yabo. So I thought nam mandenze izinto zibe interesting yabo, let me come up with the questions from AI yabo. So we took some of we took a transcript from some of your episodes on YouTube yabo. Then starts feed that to AI, in the case Gemini yabo. And then we came up, I asked Gemini to come up with questions yabo. So in the spirit of using AI, nanzi enye use case abanye abantu that can actually use yabo. So I asked what is AI in simple terms, and then was explainela yabo. then ngoku ndifuna u-explain le part yoba how does it learn, yabo, because you said AI, artificial intelligence, yabo, of which yi-machine fundileyo ne that allows us to make decisions quicker, yabo. So ke ngoku into yoba le machine lena iyazi njani how to answer, yabo, so ifunda njani.
So there is this thing, I'm going to explain it in simple terms. Not going to be technical. It's called machine learning in the process of how AI learns. So basically the machine learning, we feed it information. And if I'm going to put it this way, you give AI different scenarios of approaching a problem. Because if I'm going to be searching for how to do a certain recipe, maybe I'm going to ask this differently. But because there is information available and there are people on the background about trained or who have trained the machine, if a person asks you this question, maybe they've missed a spelling here and there. But typically, this is what they are usually seeking when they ask this question. So that means it can predict the question that was meant to be asked. So there are people in the background who are using information that is already there. I've heard that YouTube is using YouTube videos to train generative AI models. There was complaints that ChatGPT at some point they were using. The company ChatGPT, OpenAI, they were using information or IP. New York Times, and they were being sued, and they ended up having deals, ended up having to pay billions of dollars to settle those because they used information without going through the authors. And there was a case of a famous author, Uzek Simda. He was also part of the people who were compensated. Apparently they used his works to train AI models. If I go to AI, I want you to write me a story, use Zeximda's approach in writing this story. So you will take the writing style Zeximda simply because the AI has been trained to think like Zeximda. So the information that has already been out there, that companies, some of them do it legally, and there was illegality to a certain degree. Look at ChatGPT, they were sued because now they used information without being authorized. But I think now they have partnered with certain institutions to train as models, just taking that information, feeding it to the machine and creating scenarios. That means there's coding involved, obvious. With the coding, you can tell the computer, if someone does this should be you put an input and there's an output. That's simple. If someone does this should be the output. You only learn input and output. We can look at it that way.
So you mentioned machine learning, and from understanding phofu kwayona nje AI, because AI isebenzisa machine learning but kwenye level machine learning phofu indlela efunda ngayo, ifana njengayindlela nathi esifunda ngayo, but yona iyenza kwenye level engaphezulu. It's like if, let's say, kufuneka recognize bathi amsebenza lo umzekelo lo we-cats, kufuneka ndiyazi uba ikati le okanye ayokati, so kufuneka ndixelelwe ekhaya uba okay nansi ayikati, and ke ngoku ndizawubona ikati ezininzi, and then I will formulate i-pattern apho uba okay ikati nansi also. Same thing with i-machine learning, baye bayifide i-pictures ekati ezininzi, millions of pictures of iba zii-millions of ii-pictures zekati, and then ke ngoku after ifunde ipattern uba ikati ikaso, yabo, then ke ngoku baye bayibonisa ipicture eyekati entsha, then bayibuze iquestion yoba ingaba ikati le or not, yabo. Then ke ngoku yona based on yonke laa information ibifundile kuso izawukwazi ukuxelela ubana le ikati okanye ayokati, yabo. Just nje kwi-nutshell ndekhaya yoba ifidwa i-information eninzi kuloo topic leyo, then yona it formulates i-pattern ezininzi, and then ke ngoku izawuallowa ke ngoku to predict whatever question ozoyibuza, then ikuxelele kakuhle. Now then kukho le question ithandwa kakhulu and nakwi-movies bayathanda ukuyiveza, yabo. So is AI going to take over the world like kwi-movies?
I don't think AI is going to take over the world, simply because behind AI there are humans. Unless they can be immoral humans and evil humans who are going to take over the world. They might unleash the AI on us, but there needs to be human behind us. As AI, as data centers, they are being controlled somewhere by humans, you know. And AI now, it's built huge data centers that are consuming so much water and electricity. And behind these data centers, there are human beings who are responsible for AI. In me saying the AI is going to take over, I wouldn't be doing it justice, because there's a human intervention behind, Lord. We can always press the switch off button if we choose to. I don't think it's going to happen anytime. If it can happen, there's going to be a human behind Yonke, Lord. So it's a question of a good and bad human beings. I think there will be cases up. Human beings will unleash AI on certain scenarios, simply because they are vile as human beings. But in terms of your AI making decisions autonomously, it can go until so far. Because they also need electricity to function. That is from humans. They also need internet. So it's going to require programming that comes from human beings. You understand? Unless we are too far ahead in the future, and AI has been too far ahead in its learning. But the foundations of that destruction or that taking over will be facilitated by a human being behind the Yonke Lord. We can't really say he's going to make a life-altering decision autonomously. In terms of the job market, yes, there are jobs that AI will take over in the future. Jobs like office administration. If Umdana is now going to be doing an office admin course for 4 years, I think they must rather rethink that decision, because in 4 to 5 years time, as of course says, not that there won't be jobs, but there will be very few jobs. So again, we will feel like I've wasted my time doing the course. And there are also other tasks. Maybe AI is going to take over, like a task that can be automated, like as the administration. There are scenarios where AI is able to code. You just need to write a prompt. You just prompt it to do a certain task. I want you to build my CV. I want you to do this. I want you to build a website. Then I think now mostly they specialize to front end. Meaning the front end, coding, it's just the front end stuff. So you can only do certain things, but it can beautify and it can show you. It can give you the most basic version of what you would like. but ke ngoku for i-back end you would actually need someone who has expertise when you're dealing coding, because i-back end is much more complicated, because that is where we now store information yabantu, and that is where we keep information yabantu. There are procedures to be followed in doing that, and there's also the issue of security as well. But I think at some point it's going to be easier to integrate back end to a front end. So I'm not sure if if Londo, it means that they will remove Nansiki coders, but what I can promise you, okay, what I can guarantee you is that engineers and the coders, they are using AI to speed up the process. So it's a case of there was this saying that there is going to be people that are afraid of AI, and there is going to be people that are going to supplement what they are already doing with the AI, and they are going to make it that way. If we are running away from AI, but your job yako, there are hints that AI is capable of doing what you are doing. You can easily be replaced because you don't even know how to use the AI. Yes.
And besitha kakhulu about i-future, because le question lena as busitsho nawo bana ingenzeka maybe in many years to come apho you find uba maybe AI it can take over, and njengobuchilo nawe that would mean uba izaba facilitated by abantu nabo, because even now sesikhona i-robots, manise kubana i-robot iyacinga and iba yi-helper around endlini yabo, and kube khona ezinye ezi-actor as girlfriends and boyfriends and ibe yi-human robot yabo. So phaa kwii-movies bathetha kulo aspect leyo yoba i-robot since ikwazi uzicingela ngoku bangasuke badecide uba no, masibulale le human race and then batake over, bazawukwazi uzenza bona because sebefundisiwe more like almost yonke le ndlela lesinga ngayo yabo, but yinto ya kwi-future nje yonke loo nto leyo, and ndingathi yi-fiction kwangoku because isekwi-movies now. But ke ngoku xa sithetha ngoku yabo, zeziphi indawo apho i-AI esebenza khona, just nje imizekelo yabo on our daily lives, izeziphi izinto apho sesisebenzisa khona i-AI already?
I-AI is actually doing a lot of stuff. Umzekelo, or let's say you are watching on Netflix. On Netflix studies i-patterns zakho as an individual. Akubona, okay, this is what you like. These are the type of shows that you like. When you might not necessarily know, but behind the scenes, AI that is integrated to Netflix, it studies your patterns, it studies indlela obukela ngayo, and ke ngoku uyibone ke ngoku say recommend what you would like to watch without you knowing. So there's are cases ke ngoku apho i-AI sifumanisa uba it's actually part of our everyday life. And Spotify, no YouTube, you might like ingoma ethile, and ke ngoku you might play ezingoma, then ke ngoku it studies ke ngoku music listening patterns zakho, then ke ngoku it curates a playlist for wena. Then ke ngoku wena you'd find yourself that okubudlala ingoma eyi-1 ngoku iyekile le ngoma, ke ngoku iyaqhubeka i-AI because it knows what you would like next after lento. So ke ngoku it has studied ke ngoku i-patterns zakho based on i-interactions. So zezinye indlela esi-interacta ngayo kwi-AI, and we might not be aware. I did mention into the predictive text, which is izinto besizenza in future. Okanye umzekelo, you've typed in a word incorrectly ku Word okanye ku Google Docs, and it shows you, it highlights lando red. It's some form of artificial intelligence, because it can pick up this word is incorrect, then you can correct that word. So those are some of the few things apho sisebenzisala khona i-AI without being aware. Then I think for the most part abantu would be familiar with Meta. There is Meta which is integrated to Facebook, WhatsApp, where people can generate pictures.
Yeah.
They can ask AI to create a picture of a dog, then AI iyayenza loo nto. So zezinye ke ngoku everyday use ke ngoku abantu abangena kuzo slowly but surely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then to wrap up the back and forth questions, and then I think that was more specific to ChatGPT, like xa ubani ubuza nje izinto yabo. So can I trust everything the AI endicela yona?
No, you can't trust everything. Umzekelo, if you are going to ask AI ngale ngingqi le uhlala kuyo, there are things ezenzekileyo okanye ezenzekayo apha engingqini that ChatGPT has not been fed ezo zinto. But if you go to ChatGPT and ask him uba kwenzeka ntoni kwistrato esithile ngonyaka othile, ChatGPT might not necessarily have that information, but he is going to provide you with something anyway.
Yeah.
So AI does not guarantee that you will get the best answers. But the good thing that these days there are lots of other options that you can use. You can try as different models. We have Gemini, we have ChatGPT, we have DeepSeek, we have Claude. So you can try and find if you get the same answer from the same things, just for verification purposes. But not everything that you will be asking AI will be accurate.
Yeah. I know, I agree with you, because as now ubani AI kufuneka si compliment yabo, of which ke ngoku whatever nto onoyibuza, maybe let's say ku-ChatGPT, kufuneka at least nawe ube ne-bit of knowledge about loo nto leyo, so that uzoyazi uba whatever answer ikunika yona, you can tell uba okay, now idlala nje i-funny games, and then you can also tell uba okay, at least ngapha kungathi iya along the lines of le nto ubuyicinga nawe yabo. So yeah, but ke ngoku after ndigqibela back and forth calls, zona ibe questions nje straight from u-ChatGPT yabo, because benditshilo mos uba ndizawusebenzisa yena yabo. Then ngoku sifuna uza kwi-webinars ezi uzenzayo yabo. So ithini ndingathini na le project le uyizamayo when it comes to AI, and then how can abantu join ezi webinars zakho? Yeah.
So these webinars, if I'm not mistaken, we started these webinars in August. After we came from Johannesburg. We went to Johannesburg. They were sponsored by Momentum, and we facilitated jobs and skills information sessions. And we were also introducing things like AI and digital marketing to unemployed youth. Went to Soweto. We partnered with an organization called Soweto Arc. So we had a good time there, like sharing knowledge with youth here at Soweto, and they were keen with these sessions there too. They were inspired by how we were explaining ezinye izinto, and there was this thing now, but we have to go back to Cape Town, and there was no way we could actually be in person, and the next best thing is for us to run these sessions online, of which we started running these sessions. So we started just reflecting on previous lessons and showing the practicality aspect of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Because now if you are going to be using Zoom or Google Meet, you can actually share your screen in real time. This is how you do this. This is how you create a Facebook page. This is how you run Facebook ads. So we started these sessions, and we saw that one band were interested to learn, and we did these sessions each and every Friday, at least 2 Fridays a month, and we had a very moderate attendance, and we shared participation on a WhatsApp group that we created, and also on TikTok, which is where omnye umuntu onondi-follow khangele u@lungisa okanye u-online hustle 09. I think online hustle 09 on TikTok. They would then be able to be updated when we have another webinar. Asifalile umuntu ngaphandle. If you do have access to the internet, you have your phone or your PC, you can join the sessions zethu and you can be part of e-community. That's what we are trying to do. We are trying to build a community where we can just share knowledge, because in order for us to grow, we need to have these type of communities where we are able to share knowledge that can make a difference in someone's career or in someone's business. We're able.
Yeah. Okay, so again, afumana a glimpse of ezi webinars zakho, and ke ngoku sawuzama nje nathi to sort of like share uba zindoni izinto ozithethayo pha, yabo, and ke ngoku sawuthetha nge-use cases zayo AI, maybe ezi-3, yabo, that I think you share a lot of information ngazo pha, yabo. So eyokuqala izawuba how can one use the AI to build a personal brand?
So AI, what you can do to build your personal brand. Firstly, you need to understand what type of a brand you are trying to push. Umzekelo, let's say you are a person who is you are working in health, umzekelo,
yeah,
and you are very interested in health. So a personal brand yakho, you would need to take it to AI and say, okay, I'm a qualified nurse, and these are some of the topics that I normally post on my social media, and can you please give me a 30-day challenge where you are going to highlight topics that I can cover which are relevant to the South African market. What AI is going to do is going to scrape the internet to understand what abantu searching for when they're searching for topics on the internet, and you can take as topics and you can plan a 30-day calendar yako. You can plan maybe you can use AI to write scripts zako if you want into yako to be structured. You don't want it to be just random talks.
Yeah.
You can do that. So AI can actually help you to create a personal brand by giving you can only build online. You can only build a personal brand through quality content.
Yeah.
So we need to know, as Teta Uvuyo, what is Uvuyo going to talk about? Uvuyo, is it going to talk about finance? Is it going to talk about books? Is it going to talk about self-help books? Umzekelo, you can do that. One of your habits is collecting books. Namhlanje, you can say, let's learn about investing today. Here is a book that we are going to learn from. Today, I'm going to be sharing this chapter. I'm going to summarize it. I'm going to show you which platforms are best for investing. That's an example that I'm making. So AI can take what you have, you can give it titles that you have, and it can give you a 30-day content plan.
Yeah.
So that is how we are going to build a brand yako. And AI can write scripts for you, and it can give you hashtags as well. So as someone who's building a personal brand, it's for you to create this content and to push the content, because the algorithm will reward you for posting regularly and for posting right. AI can even guide you as to when to post for that particular niche, because it scrapes the internet. It finds out as when you might have missed it somehow. And it can also look at the analytics, because if you are posting on TikTok or on Facebook, there is that option to see analytics, especially if you converted your profile into a business profile, then can feed them to AI, and can AI can take as analytics, and it can find what works for your audience for that particular topic. So that's one of the use cases you can do to build your personal brand. Another thing you can do as well is to take AI and to ask it to analyze social media yakho. Is social media yakho aligned with what you are trying to build? It's going to tell you the truth, umzekelo. But you shouldn't post a lot of jokes, umzekelo. Take it easy here. Don't post easy. Don't talk about certain things. Brand yakho, it needs to be focused on this and this and that and that and that. You can comment because but the way you comment, it should be guided by the dignity of your personal brand.
You've shared a lot, Abo, and like it shows nyani the power of AI, Abo, because nyani it seems like une smart friend, Abo. Whereby whatever often uyenza when it comes to a personal brand yakho, you can ask AI and then answer with suggestions like okay. Then ke ngoku enye that I think abantu and more especially apha eMzantsi kule unemployment yethu ininzi, yabo. So yoba how can we use the AI to sort of like help us with job market okanye emsebenzini?
So let's say I was unemployed. Here is how I would use AI. I would firstly go and take my CV, upload to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, you are a HR expert, and you specialize in this industry. And I want to be in this industry. Let's say I want to get into the sales and marketing. Then maybe I have some experience. Then I've been sending out CVs, but I haven't been getting any replies. Firstly, I would ask HR to give me advice on how to restructure my CV in a way that is going to appeal to ATS, which is applicant tracking system that is used. Is the first barrier when you are applying for jobs. As CVs, they don't reach a human, because there is this system that is also using AI to see if the CV is compatible with the career. It has blockers. There's blockers that will prevent the CV from reaching the actual human. So I would use that to improve my CV. And then what I would also ask AI to do, because there's something abantu do not realize, is that we all have personal brands.
Okay.
As long as you are online, you have a personal brand. Even if what you are portraying is not your true self, but if I'm going to have your CV, or I'm going to receive your CV as a recruiter, in my background checking, I'm going to go through your social media, because that's one of the procedures. I would ask the AI, if you were a recruiter and you were doing a background check of someone, would you be interested in employing someone who's posting these types of things? Then if AI disapprove of what you are posting online, it means that you have to delete somehow. Then as someone who's looking for a job now, your plan is to go back to AI and to ask it, whilst I'm looking to get into this industry of sales and marketing, what is it can I post in the meantime, and what courses could you recommend? Short courses. AI maybe will give you now a breakdown, and it will give you a strategy, coming back to a personal brand strategy. Instead of uba wena ube uthetha ngenantsika ngezinto zemijolo while you are looking for a job and posting jokes, try doing this. Because what you find on social media, the posts that you like, ababantu, they get paid for lando leya. So jokes bona to them is bread and butter. To wena the reposting ezazinto, it could be a detriment to your career prospects. So AI can give you a structure now. now post izinto related to le nto yenzayo. I had a conversation with someone who said that if they were unemployed kulonyaka, what they would do is they would go and imitate themselves in that position they would like to themselves to be. Let's say if ufuna uba kwi-sales, uzawuya elibrary, afike elibrary and afune incwadi edibene ne-sales. From 8 until 4, ngela xesha, during those office hours, they are at the library doing everything. Umzekelo, they're going to ask AI about what would my duties be if I were working for this company and if I were doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then ke ngoku xa ifike library they imitate. Umzekelo, they also ask AI to give them a script, customer service script they would use like for cold calling, umzekelo, and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. And ke ngoku la practice, they would take videos of themselves, post them online. This is how I'm engaging with the customers. And the e-roles, umzekelo, e-roles, I think they are talented. They can actually shoot themselves as different characters. Umzekelo, dealing with different customers, post a lot of content and post it across social media, LinkedIn, TikTok, and all over. At some point, you are going to capture the attention of the right people because they can see you envision yourself in that role, because now you are calling yourself the unemployed creator who's looking for a job in sales, but here is what I'm doing today. Today, these are the clients I imagined. Then AI will give you as a scenarios when you tell it to write scripts for you of a difficult customer. You write scripts for you of a customer adding a service. Even with customer service, which industry are you going to be? Is it tech? Is it insurance? Umzekelo, you are going to be basing the content of the industry. So again, with the more usebenzisa role play and taking your phone, shooting videos and posting that content, that means you are using AI effectively, and that content is going to reach the right person at some point. Because I will tell you a bit about myself. I kept on posting as digital marketing, how to grow your business, and I get a lot of messages from the inbox from recruiters because they paid attention to what I'm sharing online. Not necessarily that I'm looking for that job, but imagine if that were someone who was looking for that opportunity. That could have been a golden opportunity. It's not only South African companies that would go to your inbox, it's internationally mostly. That means we have an opportunity to even getting paid in dollars as well.
That's true. Because like izinto zishirishileyo apha, eyokuqala uthe i-AI can help you fix i-CV yakho. Because uthe uthatha i-CV yakho uyifeeda to ChatGPT and then recommendela uba what you need to change so that you can beat as a bots. And then after ngoku apho uya apply obviously apho, then ke ngoku at the same time ke ngoku uya imitate ube ngathi you are actually kula msebenzi. And still nalapho usasebenzisa u-AI to help you write scripts ezo, and then you shoot videos usifake online somehow abantu can sort of like spot you now. Plus wacho it can also help you in terms of cleaning social media yakho now. So man, without i-AI ezo zinto ezo umuntu bekufana ba phofu ebezozifumana from abanye abantu yabo. But ngoku ungahlala ebusuku unale smart friend yakho, then uthethe nayo exame in terms of i-preparation for wena uzokwazi kuya kahle kwi-job market basically, because ungancokola naye ebusuku, ungancokola naye emini, si-smart friend nje sakho apha.
Mandiyibeke ngolu hlobo. In the past, for some things you would need to book a session with the coach and ke ngokubhatale for ixesha, because we are meeting a consultant that is going to help you with the personal brand. that is going to help you with revamping CV.
Yeah.
It is going to help you to give you honest feedback about yourself and how you can improve. Umzekelo, career guide.
Yeah.
Those are roles that you would normally pay for.
Yeah.
But because AI is as informed as that person now, it can take izinto and take and do those things for free for you. So it's just making use of AI effectively.
Yeah.
Because 5 to 10 years back, you would need to pay a consultant for a loan.
Sure. Maske siye kule abantu abayithandayo nje kakhulu, and rightfully so kunyanzelekile abantu bayithande. So how can we use AI to sort of like improve or to start side hustles zethu?
Yeah, AI these days, ne? Firstly, let's say you want to sell on macro, take a lot. What you are wanting to do, even before you take that decision to go and sign up as a reseller or whatnot, you want to look for gaps in the market. How are we going to find those gaps? You are going to use AI for market research, and you are going to firstly find the top 10 best-selling products in South Africa. Obviously, if you find the best-selling products, you would want to be careful not to enter a saturated market.
Yeah.
And what you are going to do, you are going to look for a gap in products. Even no Take a Lot, if you are going to go to Take a Lot to sell iPhone 11, let me make an example.
Yeah.
If it's a best-selling product, iPhone 11, they're going to find it difficult to accept you because they already have thousands of resellers.
Yeah.
What is going to make you stand out from those people? So you need to find a product that is in demand, but the supply is not over the top like ESNI products. So you are going to use AI for market research. And then what you can also do with the AI, I mentioned hosting. Hosting is, I think it's an overseas-based company that offers hosting services. But now they've integrated the AI to their system, meaning it's easier now to create a website. It has 3 solutions. You can either create a website like WordPress, but you create that website writing a prompt. Obviously, you are going to make changes later on. But you just give it a hint. Okay, I'm selling clothes, and this is what I would like. I'm selling this style. Then is going to give you a structured website. Then you can change your pictures, you can change copies, and you can integrate payment gateways. You can upload the products easily with store. Number 1, you can create a store using that AI. Then you can also create a website. What you can also do as well with the AI, you can create beautiful front-end websites. Let's say someone is running a security company and you picked up that website it's outdated. You can actually approach that company and promise them to build a dynamic website for them and improve it. They can give you their specifications, and when you take it to hosting a Horizon, and you can come out with a beautiful product that they can see, okay, I know I want to move forward with this one. You can end up selling website development services without knowing how to code. And another use case, the AI can help you to generate content. Like if you are a content creator, you can generate content using AI, and you can have content for days. You can have text content, text-based content. You can generate picture-based content. You can generate videos using AI. You can generate scripts for your own content as well. So that's another way AI is going to help you with your side hustle. And AI can automate ezinye izinto like chatting. WhatsApp, they have these automated messages which are using AI, and or these automated chatbots which can handle the customer service for you. the customer can be handled by that AI, and when you just sit and relax, and AI will only come to you when there's a need for human intervention, mhlambe kulo answering. And
Yeah.
these days there's also a thing, an AI called Atlantis, which can act as a customer service consultant in a voice.
Yeah.
So there are lots of things that AI can assist you with in terms of that. You can write ebooks, like digital books, in record time with the AI, and you can publish those books and sell them online. AI is there to help you to speed up the process for researching, even for writing if you're lazy.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be using AI to write for you without any intervention from you, you are going to find it difficult. You are going to be disconnected with the product. But abantu they do that, and they do earn quite a bit of money. As long as the subject matter that you are writing about, there is a demand for it. Umzekelo, how to start a business in South Africa, you can write that book.
Yeah.
How to run a successful business from the comfort of your own home. That's another topic. Essentials is you can research topics that are relevant to South Africans when they are searching online. So AI it can help to elevate side hustles zabantu in that manner.
Benifuna nje kwezi webinars zakho, you do share some of the products that you've created wena ngokwakho ku-AI. Do you mind nje ukusitshela nje zona?
Yes. So a product that I've created is called Web Ideator. So that Web Ideator, it's a tool that I use to facilitate some of the workshops.
Yeah.
Because instead of using slides, I prefer using that tool. Let's say I'm going to explain to Omdo, but there is a thing called ROAS, which is the return on ad spend. If I'm going to explain ROAS to Omdo, I would typically have slides, I just use that tool I've created. Okay, this is how much you spend on ads, and this is how much you've made is in return. So the ROAS, your return on ad spend. If you spend 500 on ads and you made 2,500 on sales, it's going to calculate a return. Is it 7 times? Is it 8 times? Is it 5 times? Is it 2 times? It gives you that. So a tool that I've created with the AI, and a return on investment calculator, and you can have so many things, tools, many tools. Like you can even create a property calculator as well with the AI. This is like that you can use, which is some of the things that I've built just to demonstrate. But you can have these mini tools, and you can have a currency converter as well. You can build your own if you would like, but with the comfort of a prompt.
Because it's interesting, but you did mention like how to write as ebooks and then things online, also nale of creating websites plus e-commerce stores, and then you'd have abantu who are really interested into one, learning how to use ezo products and then bangazisebenzisa for their hustles. So of which I thought that's something esiyidingayo, because i-problem yoba we can speak kakhulu about AI yabo, but ke ngoku iphinde like ibe i-problem in terms of abantu ukufunda how to use ezi products yabo. And ke ngoku through i-webinars zakho, I think wenza umsebenzi omkhulu, because you're teaching abantu how to actually integrate AI into daily lives zabo and into hustles zabo yabo. And from ukuva i-reviews zabantu aba-attenda your webinars, it's really helpful, yabo, because even though kwabanye abantu they might see as tools as easy, yabo, but they are not that easy for abanye abantu, yabo. And when I spend a lot of time doing a research, you go deep into ezinye topics that maybe abanye abantu abanalo ixesha to go deep kuzo, yabo. So through i-webinars zakho, like uyabaxela nje kahle, yabo, they ask you questions and you just make izinto lula for bona to sort of like use AI, yabo. Because any question yami bizawuzayo when it comes to uba abantu like bangafumana njani i-knowledge on how to use as tools as, yabo. So outside maybe of your webinars, ngaba zikhona ezinye indawo apho abantu that they can actually learn?
YouTube University. Akho video ingekhoyo aphana. If you want to learn something, you just need to know exactly what you want to learn. Then go to YouTube. And you might have to comb to a couple of videos on YouTube. Even my new webinars, I've uploaded them on YouTube, meaning they are accessible to someone who's going to be searching for that particular topic. If the algorithm does recommend it. So now I'm going to point you to YouTube. You can also use the AI if you are not a fan of video. The AI can give you a breakdown. But take me through the process of doing this step by step. You can ask ChatGPT. Then it's like funny, but okay, start here and here, and end here. It's going to give you the full breakdown step by step. But I'm recommending those for now. And then there's also Google as well. Google is going to give you links to maybe articles that have been written about that particular subject. But the beauty of AI, you don't have to comb through so much content to find the best one. It condenses the information to your specification. So, and then there's YouTube as well, tutorials. You can watch tutorials that are hours long. There are also mini courses within YouTube as well. So I wouldn't advise Abantu to do anything other than those things.
No. Then can go to edit off. What's your take on Abantu abati AI is here to make Abantu lazy?
What's my take to Abantu abati AI is here to make Abantu lazy? And they are justified. For example, if umdana, you have a child or say high school or a primary school, and that child typically they would take time to do a homework yabo, and now they've discovered AI. They just take whatever project they are given, feed it to AI, copy those answers, try and humanize that if they've learned that, and give it to the teacher. That means that child has learned nothing. Because the whole intention they were given the project is for them to go and learn for themselves. If now they take shortcuts with AI, it's going to be difficult, especially if the child is not motivated to learn. Which is what we found for the most part. Abantwana in some cases are not motivated. So if they find there's a shortcut, they will take that shortcut. Maybe the teacher, or for the most part, the teacher will pick that up. Then the teacher has a new challenge now. The challenge is no longer the fact that I will reprimand umntana, or I will correct umntana for writing bad grammar or from plagiarizing from an original work. I will actually now reprimand them from using AI, because abantu are justified to thinking that, because we've had a lot of cases a lot. I even mentioned that we have this incentive-based system. It's called Amambali Champs, where we allow abantwana to go and write reviews of books they've read. So we found that some of them just used AI to write reviews of stories they cannot prove that they have read.
Yeah.
Which is not, in a sense, it taught us something to go and refine a policy to buy, okay, this is how we are going to give you a point for this.
Yeah.
We are going to firstly give you incwadi, and what you feedback to as a review will be coming from the book. We'll make sure of that. So abantu, I think they are justified. At the same time, they also need to rethink it relationship yabo ne-AI, because AI is here to save us time. If we go back in time, before we took transport like imoto, there were horses.
Yeah.
And I can assume that abantu, okanye I can be sure that abantu, when there was an introduction of cars, they were complaining, but these things are here to take our jobs. Like abantu were transporting abantu with horses, they were worried that their jobs would be taken.
Yeah.
And abantu would be lazy to work. But imoto has brought a lot of convenience in that it saves people time to commute. If they were to commute on fuel foot from going to workplaces, now they save time, which is the most important commodity in our lifetime. Because if you have time, you can study. If you have time, you can do even more. So with the AI, abantu can speed up projects. They can meet deadlines zabo emisebenzini, and it can even improve efficiency, like in how they deliver umsebenzi wakhe, and it can improve quality umsebenzi wabo.
I-tricky man incorporation of AI to more specifically esikolweni, because ngoku it puts a challenge kwinto yoba ingaba ezi zinto zifundiswayo esikolweni ikhona i-need kwinto yoba abantwana bazifunde since ikhona i-AI, because utshilo mos uba uyanika umntana i-homework, ayithathe ayifide to i-AI, then i-AI izawuza ne-answers. Then ke ngoku if sizawuthi abantwana mabangazisebenzisi i-AI for ezo homework ezo, asikuba ngathi sibabuyisela umva, because sizisa i-AI at the same time siphinde sibeke i-restrictions. So ngoku ayizuba yinto yoba maybe izikolo they need to come up with indlela to incorporate i-AI. Enye nosuggesta enye maybe yeyoba, because ezibani sitsho uba i-AI ingathi si-smart friend, yabo, but bekufanele uba ikuncedise and not uba ufide nje only ibuye ne-answer and then usubmit. So kufuneka nawe at least uspend ixesha and understand, yabo. So maybe i-exams kofuneka zibe oral, yabo, as much as umntana ezoyisebenzisa i-AI to sort of like understand law question leyo, but ke ngoku when it comes to exams kofuneka aphendule oral, yabo. Yeah. So if kungenza kanjalo and even nakwi-homeworks ezo, then sawukwazi ke ngoku ukuba allow abantwana to use i-AI and also test i-understanding yakhe oral ke ngoku, yabo. So I think leyo izawukwazi ukublenda esikolweni i-use of i-AI and also sibone uba ingaba umntana nyani uyayi-understanda le nto le, other than cut and paste. But I think we've covered a lot, man. Now, so from now, I think zothatha maybe last words from when. Ngabe khona into that you think you wanna share?
Yabona ngoku, like moving forward, I think as South Africans, we need to tap into AI. I think from the last conversation we had, I did mention that there was talks of the government introducing coding to ezikolweni, to our local schools, which is until now, we have not seen that happening. Simply because there's a bureaucracy behind everything in South Africa. There has to be hundreds of meetings. There has to be analysis of data, and that analysis is obviously leading to paralysis, as you can see. So by the time they make a decision or they incorporate the AI into ezikolweni, the question would have been, is it now necessary to include e-coding ezikolweni? AI is capable of doing this through prompting. Not that indeed it's not necessary, but now AI is showing us some things. There are different models. The best performing AI models was ChatGPT. Everyone was raving about ChatGPT, but when Gemini launched a couple of products, Gemini went to number 1 and it became the top performing model. That means now Gemini has come up with so much things. With Gemini, you can create your own app. You're thinking about starting an Uber-like app, you can go to Gemini. It can create the basic version of a product easy, in minutes. So that means if you are going to wait for government to start doing things, I think you are going to delay. I think AI is here to accelerate whatever ideas, whatever innovations you've had. And if you have your idea book from years back, you can take some of those ideas and feed them to AI, bring them to life. You can create solutions for problems that you think need that solution, and find out if abantu do agree with you, if this is the ideal solution for this problem. You can even use AI to help you to develop a business model. Let's say you want to get into business, but awufuna uba business ezawuthethisa nabantu because you're a shy person. AI will be your business coach, and it will coach you. Iza kunika steps uba uzayixelela nawe uba do this as if you are teaching a child. So it's going to take you as a child step by step. And it's going to lead you to a business that will maybe suit your own thing. And go within investing as well. You can now determine which stocks to invest in 2025, because now information of where to invest, it has always been out there, but it has been hidden somehow, because to find the best stocks you would need to do a bit of research. But now AI, it can bring us in, and it can predict in 5 years this le company. So that means again you are able to make informed decisions that can help you to elevate yourself using the AI. So my advice is that let us not be afraid of it. Let us embrace AI, and it can do a lot for us. I had ideas that I had shelved in the past, and I did go to a school of coding, which I dropped out immediately. I saw that this is not for me. I would rather partner with someone who is a coder and create this, which is it means that I'm including someone in my idea, and there are dynamics to including someone to Indoyak. But now with AI, I'm able to build some of those things. Some of them, I'm no longer going to run with them, but the fact that they were there, I just created something just to satisfy my own. Now I can do it. So those are some of the things we need to embrace it. It's going to help us a lot, like it can even help to secure you clients as far as the USA, get paid in dollars simply because of AI. You can now converse in top-notch English with the client because if you are not sure about what to write, if a client about how do you measure KPIs, How do you come up with KPIs for a campaign? How do you measure a campaign? You can now refer to AI and it's going to give you the necessary languaging to fit that to a client.
Futhi ndiyabulela kakhulu, but before sithi bye ndifuna uxela abantu how can they join ezi webinars zakho?
Ezi webinars you can join them by simply following my page on TikTok, Lungisa Sopoa, and I'm going to try to post on Facebook. Facebook now, the reason why I'm not posting much on Facebook is because there are lots of family and friends who are taking our pages, and sometimes, someone gave me advice, a city, you probably don't need your family and friends there on Facebook because they don't understand the journey that you are walking. But I think I'm going to overrun that fear of being seen by them, because now some of them will be agitated. They will feel like, hey, this guy, what is he saying now? He is progressing. But they will measure themselves. But I think they're gonna have to deal with it. So umuntu ke ngoku angasearcha for Lungisa Sopuwa ku Facebook. I'm going to start posting on Facebook as well. Which is I mostly use TikTok like when I'm marketing. Which is, if you are going to just search for it Lungisa, I think you're going to find me. I have quite a few followers there. I think about 100k. And I think, to be accurate, uzawufumana at hustle09. So uzawufumana mna ke ku TikTok if you are searching it as at hustle, not hustler, hustle09. So we are going to get me. I usually make videos, share knowledge, and direct people to his webinars through the TikTok. But I'm going to try, if I've posted on TikTok, I will post on Facebook, just to find that balance. Yes.
Futhi ndiyabulela kakhulu. I hope sawuphinda sibe nenye conversation kwenyanga uzayo.
Yes, nami ndiyabulela ngelithuba, and wishing your viewers a Merry Christmas and a lovely festive season, and they must take it easy. If you are on holiday, so don't overindulge, whether it's alcohol, whether it's food, whether it's spending. Don't overdo izinto. Do things in moderation so that Africa 2026 you are not tired, you are not exhausted from overindulging or overdoing things. And I wish you a happy new year as well, because the next time we are going to communicate, we are going to be talking about the resolutions for 2026, which is I think for me it's going to be a continuation of the things that I'm currently doing. But I know for some people they will need that guidance to reroute. Because in December, I know it from myself personally. You go to Eastern Cape, now fika nalapha emsebenzini, ufika ngathi lost kancane, because you feel like there's something, or you've lost a bit of knowledge. That exhaustion I'm talking about, and now you need to recuperate. You spend the next 3 months trying to get into gear. Then once you've gotten into gear, if you are still too busy, that means you've never had a chance for yourself. So my thing is, use this time to relax. Use this time to be amongst family. Ningathi nihleli niyifamily chaba oko funeka kuze kube mnandi kube kusela utywala okanye kuyasetyenzwa. Because if kuyasetyenzwa omnye wenze yakhe pha omnye wenze yakhe, you don't have that quality time that will help you to relax and to be refreshed. If you do take time, noba yilo 5 days, just to relax. Relaxing is you maybe sitting in your room reading a book sometimes, and just okanye maybe catching up on izinto that can renew your soul. Not necessarily being up and down. You've done that ngoku ubusemsebenzini, but now it's your time to relax. So that is my parting words for the audience. Until next time.
So ngiyabulela futhi inkosi kakhulu ngalamazwi wakho. I hope bavile. So yeah,
Bonga mina.
see you next year.
Bonga mina. Yeah.